अभी हमारा आवाज आ रहा है मैम?
हारना आ रहा है।
हाँ जी। Здравствуйте, Анна Михайловна.
Рада вас видеть.
Взаимно, взаимно. Здравствуйте. Анна Михайловна, у меня тоже только есть, как сказать, данные сейчас скажу.
Мария Александровна, наверное, у вас есть данные.
Да. А еще у нас, если вижу, есть...
И моя коллега еще, это Татьяна Юрьевна Ефимова.
Ага.
У нас руководит отделом международных связей и коммуникаций.
Татьяна, еще раз скажи, чтобы я...
Татьяна Юрьевна Ефимова.
И она, как правильно сказать, Head of International Department?
Yes, Head of International Department. In short way. International communication, international...
Меня же переделали уже просто международное дело опять.
Нет, вы все еще коммуникациями занимаетесь. Okay. Татьяна Юрьевна, she is responsible about everything in history of the university, about our professors, our colleagues in other countries. She conducts all conversations on conferences.
Okay. So we are ready. Can we start?
Yes.
Okay. So I just request my team if we are ready. Shall we start? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, aspiring medical students, a very warm welcome to you all to this enlightening webinar about pursuing MBBS in Perm State Medical University, Russia, tailored specially for our enthusiastic Indian students. It is a pleasure to have you join us today as we embark on a journey of exploration and learning. Studying medicine is a noble pursuit, and finding the right institution is paramount to shaping your future as proficient healthcare professionals. Today, we have the privilege of introducing you to the esteemed guests who will guide us through the incredible opportunities that Perm State Medical University has to offer. Our first guest of honor is none other than Bocharova Anna Mikhailovna, the Head of International Department of Perm State Medical University. Joining her is her colleague Tatyana Yurevna Efimova, the Head of International Department on Communication. With a wealth of experience in academia, administration, and medical education, they have been instrumental in shaping the university's reputation as a center of excellence. Their insights will provide us with a comprehensive understanding of the university's philosophy, academic programs, and the remarkable support systems in place for Indian students. Additionally, we are honored to have with us the Deputy Dean for Foreign Students, Dvoretskaya Maria Alexandrovna. International students play a vital role in creating a diverse and vibrant academic environment. Our Deputy Dean, Maria Alexandrovna, has been dedicated to ensuring that Indian students or the other foreign students not only adapt seamlessly to the life in Russia, but also thrive academically and culturally. Her expertise will shed light on the various resources, services, and cultural integration initiatives available to our Indian students at Perm State Medical University. I'm sure as you all listen to our esteemed guests, you will gain valuable insights into the exceptional educational opportunities at the university, the faculty expertise and infrastructure that make Perm State Medical University an outstanding choice for your MBBS journey. Whether it is well-rounded curriculum, state-of-the-art facilities, or the enriching cultural experiences, we are confident that you will be captivated by what awaits you at this university. So without further ado, let's extend a hearty welcome to our distinguished guests. For foreign students in Perm State Medical University, I thank you all for joining us today as we look forward to an engaging and informative session ahead. So my first question would be to all of you, can you provide an overview of the history and mission of Perm State Medical University?
As for me, the most important information about our university, about our history, knows our colleague, Tatiana Yurievna. She will share with us very beautiful information about university.
Hello, dear participants of the video conference. I would like to say some words about the history of our university. Our university is named after academician Evgeny Antonovich Wagner, who for 25 years was the rector of our university. And as a whole, I must say that the history of our university goes back to October 1916, when Perm University, State University, was organized in our region. And about 350 students of this university that made 70% of the whole number of the students of the university in 1916 was medical students. So the majority of the students was medical students, the students of the faculty. And as far as the university was formed, was organized here in Urals, very many talented and well-known in the social and scientific circles professors from different cities of our country, of Russia, came to Perm. And from the first days of their working here, they organized and began to build the scientific trends that they developed perfectly in future. These trends were physiology, histology, scientific schools in immunity, parasitology, infectious diseases, and some others. Up to 1931, our medical faculty was in the structure of the State University. But in 1931, it was separated from the university and became Perm State Medical Institute. As you know from the world history, in 1941, 1945, there was the Great Patriotic War in Russia. And our medical specialists paid much attention to their work in hospitals with wounded soldiers. They treated them, and nevertheless, they didn't stop their research. So in 1946, for example, two professors of our institute made an investigation in typhus vaccine, and they were awarded the state prize for this investigation. And this vaccine saved a lot of lives of our citizens. As for modern situation. We have at our university 5 faculties, general medicine, faculty of pediatrics, preventive medicine, faculty of dentistry, clinical psychology, and higher nurses education. The total number of the students is about 5,000 students. And again, we must underline that about 40% of them are foreign students. The majority of foreign students are from India. And we also have students from Syria, Morocco, other former republics of the Soviet Union, from some European countries. And they can study either in Russian or in English language. We also have postgraduate education at the university. We have residency with about 50 specialties and postgraduate training with the programs, with 53 programs of postgraduate training. We also have in our structure the Department of Pre-University Training and additional professional training and retraining of doctors. The staff of our teachers, our lecturers, is 130 doctors of medical science professors and more than 430 candidates of medical science associate professors. They work at 72 departments of the university. And the tradition of scientific investigations develops in our university, and we have about 10 main trends of complex scientific investigations which are dedicated to cardiology, nervous diseases, diseases of adults and children. Very interesting trend of our investigations is a trend of digital dentistry. Also, we have fundamental investigations, and the modern trend here is interdisciplinary investigations, so both fundamental and clinical. As far as I'm the head of international department, let me say some words about our international cooperation. So we have 12 agreements of cooperation with different countries. I can name here the Republic of Kazakhstan, Republic of Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Kyrgyzstan, and moreover, we continue our cooperation with foreign universities of the Far East. So they are Italian Institute of Cancer in Naples, and 2 new projects are with the universities of China. So for our future students, I must say that in the frames of this memorandums and agreements, they will have the chance to go to these universities, to have practice during summer time. Also, our students participate in international online conferences of students. We organize joint student scientific circles in online regime, and we also have a chance to participate in summer schools in these countries. So this is a very interesting aspect of student life. And if you come to our university, you will join all these programs.
And I add only 2 words about the for international communication. During this year, we signified a new agreement with a new partner from India. It's Santosh Medical College. We prepare together a special program for communication in other different fields, as education and scientific field, of course, and we will do the same programs for exchange professors, students, colleagues. It will be very beautiful and new part of communication with Indian side, Russian Indian side.
Thank you so much. It was very insightful to hear that the university has a glorious past of more than 100 years, and you have evolved as one of the top medical universities when it comes for foreign students in Russia, especially in the Ural region. And kudos to you, your team, that you have done, or you are continuing to do such hard work for the betterment of the students. So see, now like we have told that university is so large, you have more than 5,000 students who are studying in the university. But how do you ensure the quality of the medical education curriculum that you provide to the students?
Our curriculum is a special part of our job. We prepared it with a special circle for each discipline. Our students have more than 10 disciplines per year. And on, for example, general medical faculty, they study during 6 years. It means that more than 40, 60 disciplines in whole. It's very hard work, but we can solve it. And our professors, our cathedrals, our departments can do a very flexible and very comfortable process of studying in the university.
That's great to hear. Yeah. Maybe you have something to add? I'm sorry.
Yes, I think maybe Maria Alexandrovna add some words.
Yes, as a Vice Dean, I would like to say that academic performance of our students is very important. We realize that the key thing that we all do, and all of us we all strive to get brilliant performance and brilliant students. So we try to monitor this academic process of every student, and at any time we give advice. We try to understand the problem if it exists and try to control everything to help be effective and study well.
That's great to hear, because right now you can see there are a lot of options for students, and if a university is providing, I think, the quality education and the students are doing good and the results in the exams are good, automatically it is a plus point for the university, and students are attracted, because the number one thing that they want in the university is, of course, education, and the assurance for the parents that their students will become excellent doctors when they come out of the university. See, I have experience of 15 years for dealing with students and getting them admissions in top universities of Russia. I have been to 18 or 20 universities in Russia. What unique opportunities does Perm State Medical University offers to medical students that sets it apart from other medical universities?
As for us, it's our professors. We have a very brilliant, great teachers on each cathedrals, and our students fall in love with our professors. it's a very nice to see how they teach and how our students try to be very good students on their classes. Also, we have maybe one main part of training, medical training in a special center, federal center, with some example of robot, maybe some example of simulation machines. And it's very helpful for us in study, include in our medical year some part of lessons in this center. It's a very interesting place, and I don't know how many universities in Russia has the same centers, but I know that not each of university has. We one of the rare university who has such environment, special environment for them. And moreover, we as university was in the rank of journal. Journal is, I'm sorry, the name of journal, Forbes. Yes, in 2021, we as university was in first 10 places of medical universities from Russia in this rank of Forbes journal. For us, it's very good example of to feel ourselves in the top of medical university, Russian medical universities. And
okay.
Maybe
Maria Alexandrovna, you have something to add to this?
Yeah, sure. And one more time, I would highlight the thing that we are always open to students, and our teachers, they are not detached at all. So if a student has some difficulties, he may ask and clarify everything. Also, we have good practice, and students from the very first year start having it, and they really value, as I communicate a lot with students, the main thing that they say that which proved that one day they made the right choice, that is practice. And so they value it, and we also feel that it is needed and it is effective for their education.
Well, that's wonderful, the kind of efforts that you have put forward for the international students and to make the university in the top universities list, and that is commendable job that you have got the top 10, you have got into the top 10 ranking by the Forbes, that is internationally accredited magazine. So congratulations to you all for that. But here I must highlight that foreign students, when they're traveling to a different university, a different country, sometimes it is difficult for them to adjust, to adapt to the environment. It's a different country altogether, different people, different traditions, different culture. So how does Perm State Medical University foster a supportive and inclusive environment for the students?
I will start. Maybe my colleagues will add me. We do some program on the first years. We prepare for our students on first courses some programs with adopting things such be in touch with colleagues, of course, in our department. Firstly, we invite them with our university, with our infrastructure. We have a lot of buildings in Perm. We need to show them where they are, how to join, how to take a bus or train or something like this to come to that office or come to that building. Of course, we prepare for them some maybe trips, firstly inside of Perm, then in our region. For example, from this morning, today, some of our students during the trip. During 10 days, they will go through some towns, some cities in Perm region and view a very beautiful views here, mountains, our forest, our rivers. They will share with us the experience, and we will try to do it as a regular thing for first year students, and not only for first year students, of course. Moreover, we share with our students with information about the Russian laws, about the Russian maybe officers, institutes, which they need to know. They help. We will help with visa. We will help with maybe accommodation, and with our partner, of course. We help in every question in their lives, which they in front here. I'm sorry, and maybe Maria will do some.
Yes, I'm not going to give some new information, but I say that very often a person needs just a piece of advice.
Yes.
And foreign students for sure need this valuable piece of advice, and we always are ready to recommend, to advise, to somehow to support and to warn about different things that also helps them to adjust and to live here comfortably. So we develop our students not only in a professional way, but also culturally and in other possible ways, as many students are very talented. And I should say that they are very enthusiastic. And it's not only we who organize different activities for them, but they do it themselves. No matter that they are foreigners, but here in Perm Krai and with the support of others, they organize a lot of trips, a lot of events, and they feel safe and they feel, I believe, great to all of this. So they are never bored.
Thank you so much. And it is really wonderful to know that the university is organizing such educational and cultural trips where students imbibe the local culture and they feel as a part of the community there in Perm. Not all the universities like go ahead to such extent to make the students feel comfortable, and I really thank you for all this. But see, when it comes to studying in Russia, you say hottest topic or the question when it comes to the student's mind is the Russian language. We all know that majority of the universities teach their curriculum in Russian language, but as per the new regulations of Indian government, the university where the students are going, the complete program should be in English medium. So how does the university address the language barrier for international students, particularly in terms of curriculum in English or English speaking teachers?
We provide a study here on English during all 6 years, but also we include in our program lessons on Russian language, of course. Russian language is very important for Indian students because they use it in their lives. When they live here, they meet each other, they meet their friends, Russian friends on streets, they use Russian language. Of course, they have to know Russian language when they try to have a practice in our hospitals, when they treat patients, when they do their practice, their lessons, of course, they use Russian language. But all our curriculum and all our teachers knows English a lot to prepare for our students a brilliant lessons, brilliant practice on English. Full program is include English I'm sorry, books, in English programs, English presentation, everything we have in English language. But we try to include in our programs a lot of Russian language and practice on Russian language too. It's very helpful for them too.
I would say that language barrier in our case is not a barrier at all. It's just another option included, and it's not obligation for students to learn the Russian language. It's mostly it's their will, it's their desire, as they are really interested. They want to get more information. They want to talk to more patients and still to live in the environment and to understand everything. That's why I'm not going to say that they all speak Russian fluently. No, but this part that they acquire during these 6 or 5 years, it's for them, it's enough to communicate a little bit. And also it's about the cultural development and about broadening the horizon, as that's also at this time of youth, that's the period for that. So we shouldn't waste time thinking only about medicine. We should think about everything, as life is various.
Yeah, I also guide the students accordingly, that learning a new language is never a barrier but an opportunity, because Russian language, see, in India also we have a developing profession of medical tourism, where Indian hospitals are inviting patients from Russia and other CIS countries who are coming to India for their treatments, and hospitals are preferring doctors who know Russian language. So yes, if students understand one more language, it is a plus point for them. But as per the Indian laws, the complete education that you provide in English language is a plus point, and students can travel to your university, and thank you for that. See, the medical line, or this profession, we say that the doctors have to study for their whole life, because every year there are some new diseases, there are some new medicines, there are some new medical techniques. So how does the university ensure that the curriculum remains up to date with the latest advancement in the medical field?
Yana Yurievna, I think you will say us about some maybe centers, scientific centers, and how our programs will compare with our scientific things.
So as I understood your question, you are interested in whether modern technologies are involved in the process of training. So it is of course so, because our professors regularly read the key journals in medicine. They participate in international congresses and conferences. They try to know more about their subject and about the development of medicine as a whole. So the teachers know, so the teachers present to students. It is a process, a dynamic process, it is naturally. So, moreover, I must say that we try to organize online lectures and online conferences in the English language with the invitation of our foreign colleagues from the university's partners. And it is, of course, very interesting to know the modern trends of medicine from our foreign colleagues, Italians, Chinese, British, German, and so on. That is why we try to involve all the medical news, so to say, into the training process.
I will say that our academic plan is updated annually. So, and it lets us to get and to maintain the place in different ratings, as you already know.
Okay, so the university has a plan in place where every year you are developing your curriculum, developing your program, and you are also giving the students through your professors, through the conferences, through the international congresses, the latest developments in the medical field, and that is really commendable. In the beginning, when we were discussing about the history of the university, we got a few points about the collaborative initiatives or the partnerships of the university. Can you please let me, or you can discuss about the collaborative initiatives, partnerships that the university has with the medical institutions and research centers?
First, I would like to begin with a very productive project with Italian National Italian Institute of Cancer in Naples. So you know that we have some difficulties with the situation, connected with the situation. But nevertheless, we continue to collaborate with them, and we have regularly the circles of lectures, not a single lecture in this or that topic, but we try to organize a circle of lectures in cancer, in emergency care. We have contacts also with the regional center of emergency in Naples, also in Naples. And the leading professors deliver the lectures for our students. We also have planned the research dedicated to, with the Institute of Cancer, I mean, it is dedicated to the epidemiology of cancer, you see, a very interesting topic, epidemiology of cancer. What cancers have viral etiology, you see. This is one topic. The other trend, also rather interesting, is introduction of traditional Chinese methods of diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation in Russia. So we had this project up to 2021, then it was interrupted, and now we renew this project, traditional Chinese technologies in medicine. The other interesting trend is the trend in psychotherapy and psychology. We have contacts with the British Center of Retraining in London, and they made several presentations in clinical psychology, and even several master classes for our doctors. And one more, I must say that we have not only theoretical aspects, educational aspects of our cooperation, but even practical aspects. And these are the operations together with foreign surgeons, for instance. We have master classes and operations in several disciplines, in oncology, in otorhinolaryngology, in surgery, and some other medical trends. So I must continue this this theme, this topic, but mainly we have practical, educational, and research cooperation with international partners, with university partners.
Yeah, and I think this provides the students with whatever new research is going on in the world in different areas, and the students get multicultural exposure while they are studying in Russia. So they will not only get the Russian culture or the Russian medicine or the Russian education, but also a taste of different cultures of these universities with which you have the collaborations. One main thing, like you were telling that about the practical work, you are also dedicated. So in medicine, the most important part for a student is the practical training, or is the clinical thing that they have to imbibe, how the certain procedures are done, how they can like treat the patients, or how they have to communicate with the patients. So what opportunities do you have for the students to engage in practical training, say in internships, in research projects during their study in the university?
I will begin from research projects. So we have the so-called student scientific circles. And now it's our modern trend. We organize international online meetings of the students from this or that the student research circle. So it is a very interesting practice, because our Russian teams are the leading teams in surgery. I mean, student research. And they are the leading in Russia, because they have first, second, and third prizes in Olympiads all over Russia. And that is why they can show the best examples of their research to the foreign students as well. So scientific circles, this is one point. As for practice, you see, we have some difficulties now with practice. We can't send them to European countries, but it will pass. These times will pass, and we will renew these programs. But we can organize training for 1 month in summer on the basis of our university's partners. For instance, one student, our student from dental faculty, has a practice in Baku, had a practice in Baku. He returned already, and the practice was organized perfectly well. 2 students, girls, from treatment faculty went to Yerevan, the capital of Armenia, and they had practice in the university partner, Hitargosh. Maybe you know this university. I know that you also work with this university, medical university in Armenia. We also have the opportunity to send the students to Turkey, to Belarus, to Kazakhstan, to Kyrgyzia, and so on. So during this practice, they have the same program as in Perm for practice, and they also have additionally the experience of national medicine. That is why I think that it is very important.
Yeah, I think these clinical trainings or the internships or the practical trainings are an important part for the students' education when they are studying for such important profession of a doctor. And these practical trainings help them in working in top hospitals, in top healthcare institutions after coming back to their home country. And these are an important part of their education or of their curriculum. And if the university is doing good or they are investing their time in providing these practical trainings or the internships, it is really very beneficial for the students who are studying at your university. And thank you for that. See, in English, we say that all day study and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So apart from the education facilities that you have, that you provide in your university, what are the extracurricular activities, or maybe there are some student organizations that contribute to the overall development of the students?
Давайте расскажем о том, какие у нас были в этом году интересные примеры такого большого, красивого праздника. Это был праздник, спортивное мероприятие. Все наши ребята из других университетов, индийские ребята из других университетов побывали в Перми, и этот праздник мы намерены продолжать. I try to say, I'm sorry, I say on Russian, this year we prepare for our Indian students a very beautiful, very brilliant example of celebration in sport. I mean, it was the first Russian Liga in cricket, and we will try to continue this game as annual celebration for Indian students from all of university in Russia. And also we want to invite maybe some teams from India country, Indian universities, and prepare such beautiful sports activity for all of us. In Russia, we did not have this as professional sports, I mean cricket. But now in Perm, it's a very famous sport because our citizens know a lot about this game after this first Premier Russian Liga. It's only one example of such environment.
Also, there are musical bands. Some of the students practice dancing, and there are different teams. Russian students try to learn Indian dances, Indian dancing culture, I would say, mentality and so on. So Russian students dance Indian dances, and Indian students dance their dances. They teach each other, and it's also a great international collaboration. As for, I believe our students travel around Perm very often, and they have a kind of a tourist center, and they also have this common interest apart from studies. As for cricket, really that was a great tournament, phenomenal event, and Indian students as well as Russian students will memorize it and remember, and thanks to that I also saw some ideas of Russian people to how to play cricket, how to learn it. The same about, for example, dancing, how to learn how to dance, how to learn to sing the same way. That's why a lot of spheres, we just gave some few examples.
Okay, so you are organizing sports events, including cricket tournaments, although cricket is not played in Russia, but still you are organizing cricket tournaments. Students take part in football, in volleyball, in other sports championships. Then you are organizing the cultural festivals where students are showcasing their dance, their singing and everything. You're also celebrating Indian festivals in your hostels, what I have come to know. And I think all these things help the students don't feel homesick, and they enjoy their life, a comfortable life in Russia. But see, apart from education and these cultural and extracurricular activities, to enjoy the life, students must have comfortable student hostels where they have to live. 6 years is not a small time period. It is a big part of their young life, of their youth, which is also called as the golden period of your life. So how does the university ensure a comfortable and conducive environment for foreign students residing in the hostels?
This very important part of job of university, we do it with our partner, Rus Education. With this company, we provide a very beautiful places for accommodation in the center of Perm. The partner has 3 hostels. They include a lot of Indian students, mostly if they want to live in this hostel, they can do it. This accommodate, of course, separately girls and boys. The rooms include 2 or 4 places for students. Also, they provide the special Indian food, prepare Indian food in these hostels. I think it's a very beautiful example of caring of Indian students in Russia. This company, Rus Education, is responsible of the students from the beginning till the end of studying in university, and they are our very big friends. With every question, everything, with every what we want to do, we do it together.
Okay, thank you so much for these insights. I think we have talked about providing excellent education. We have talked about providing them with the excellent opportunities to learn the latest techniques in medical education through your partnerships with your international universities in different countries. They have excellent opportunities for research and practical trainings. They have opportunities to get extracurricular activities in the way of sports, cultural activities, festivals, and they have good hostels. And yes, a team of Rus Education, your academic or education partners who are providing admissions to Indian students. So all Indian students who want to take admission in Perm State Medical University can contact the university's official partners in India, Rus Education, who will guide the students to get admission in Perm State Medical University. So I would now request for your final words, if you want to welcome the Indian students to your university for this year.
Tatiana Yurievna, Alex.
Yeah, I would say that I believe everybody perfectly realizes that an applicant is on the urge of making a very important decision for his professional life. And I really recommend students, I advise students to think twice, to think in a good way, to be reasonable while choosing where to study, what to study, and I recommend to make the right choice, as that's very important really, and medicine is the whole life. So if you start with the right university, you will enjoy it.
I can add only that as far as the Indian students live in Perm for several years already, and the number of them is rather big. So Perm citizens, they love them, they like them because of their friendly character and because of their interesting traditions, for instance, and their much desire to study medicine seriously. So we we like them, we sympathize the Indian students, and that is why. So welcome, we are waiting for you.
You're welcome with big pleasure.
Thank you so much. And I really, before ending this webinar, there is one important thing I think that we missed when we were discussing about the international partnerships. And now one student has reminded me in the comments that we have received. So a very important thing for Indian students after completing their MBBS in a foreign university is to come back to India and appear for a licensing examination. And I think the university is inviting the professors from India to teach the students and prepare them for this exam. I think we missed on that part, and which is also a very commendable job that the university has shown excellent result in Indian exam, where the students clear the exam very easily and the result is very much high as compared to other universities of different other countries. So again, I congratulate you on that. So ladies and gentlemen, our dear guests, our dear students who have joined us for this webinar, as we draw the curtains on this enlightening webinar about studying MBBS at Perm State Medical University, I'm truly heartened by the enthusiasm and the curiosity displayed by you all throughout this session. The journey of pursuing medical education is one of dedication, perseverance, and the pursuit of excellence. Today, we have explored the incredible opportunities that await you at Perm State Medical University, and I hope this webinar has provided you with valuable insights to shape your educational aspirations. Remember, embarking on a path in medicine is not just about getting knowledge. It's about fostering that compassion, that critical thinking, and a commitment to improving the lives of other people. Perm State Medical University, with its distinguished faculty, modern facilities, global perspective, and a glorious history of more than 100 years, stands ready to nurture and guide you along this journey. As you consider your options for higher education, I encourage you to reflect on the knowledge that has been shared today by our esteemed guests. Their insights on the academic programs, student support systems, and cultural integration initiatives emphasize the holistic approach that Perm State Medical University takes in shaping well-rounded medical professionals. On behalf of the organizing team, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished guests, Head of International Department of Perm State Medical University, Anna Mikhailovna, and Tatiana Yurevna, the Head of International Departments on Communications, and the Deputy Dean for Foreign Students, Maria Alexandrovna, for gracing us with their valuable insights and wisdom. Your presence has enriched this webinar. And to all our students, thank you for being a part of this event. Perm State Medical University follows all the regulations that have been mentioned by National Medical Commission, be it of duration, internship, your license, or the complete education in English medium. To know more about the university or to get admission in Perm State Medical University, please contact the university's admission partners in India, Rus Education. I request the organizing team to please mention the details, the contact details, where the students can join or contact Rus Education. You can just visit their website and get to know about their address. Thank you. And as you move on your academic journey, may you find the perfect place to nurture your dreams and achieve greatness. Wishing you all the best in your future endeavors. Stay curious, stay inspired, and make a positive impact on the world. Goodbye and take care.
Goodbye. Thank you.